What's interesting is coaches and trainers are the most common type of solopreneur. They may work at a certain gym, but they're kind of like freelancers. They're kind of like contractors, even for the place that they show up to every day. I have a few people in my life that are in this category. My brother's a professional ballroom dance instructor. And he's young, he's in his 20s, and he's teaching ballroom dance. And he's got to learn all these skills, how to market himself, how to promote himself, how to deal with clients, how to deal with finances, accounting, which is so like it's hard enough to just do the one thing that you teach, and then to also wear all these hats. I think this is where productivity. This is probably why your audience is interested in productivity. You have to become more productive. You have to gain leverage if you're going to manage all those responsibilities.
Yeah, very much. Like, you train to teach people to do crunches on a Swiss ball and bicep curls, and then suddenly you're the marketing department, you're the sales department, you're the accounting, you're the operations, your delivery, your everything, and you're having to quickly figure out ways to do this online at scale, and people fall into old habits. And it's really one of the biggest groups of people that struggle with the transition is if someone's working for a chain gym or a franchise gym. So I guess you've got Planet Fitness and those kind of things over there, where you might be getting steady lead flow, and you think it's because of your amazing moral, upstanding character and coaching, but actually it's because you're standing on the shoulders of the branding of Planet Fitness, and you've got personal trainer written on your back, and you'd be able to benefit from the marketing of the franchise. So then when you go and work freelance, that muscle of lead generation and marketing is completely atrophied. And so that is the thing which then has to be trained.
I see this when people leave the franchise and they think they're going to continue to charge the same rate, but this time, instead of the franchise taking whatever it is, 50%, 70%, I'm going to keep it all. And you're right, they seriously underestimate how much of their lead flow is coming from people walking in the door of that place, doing a search online, asking a friend. It's really challenging to make that transition. But at the same time, it is outrageous how much they take, isn't it? Every example that I see, like my brother, teaches lessons that they're charging like $90 an hour, and then he gets like 18. It's
What, for ballroom dancing?
Yeah, which is kind of a rare skill. He's making like 10 or 20% at most of what he's charging. And I'm just like, that is highway robbery. That is so unfair.
Yeah, that is an insane cut. I mean, like anything less than 50% of what the top line cost is yeah.
But even 50%, this is outrageous. You're the one there with the skill and the knowledge. Like, I feel like indignant on behalf of all people who have specialized knowledge. Like, now that the internet exists, I want these people, I want your listeners to acquire these skills: productivity, knowledge management, online marketing. Because if you can just learn those three skills at a basic level, you can now go direct to your customers. You don't have to go through intermediaries anymore. You can create a direct customer relationship and not only keep 100% of that rate, but increase it and launch all these other revenue streams that we talked about. It's more possible than ever.
Yeah, this is the big unsung benefit of working online. Yes, it's a double-edged sword, but you own your own infrastructure. You have the full pipeline, and then you can do what you need with it. You're not going to get rinsed by middlemen who aren't adding anything of value to the process.
Exactly. Anytime you have to go through an intermediary, they in general will take more and more and more. They have all the power. They have all the leverage, and they'll use it. If they need to increase their revenue this quarter, guess where that revenue is coming from, right? And money is just one dimension. There's all these other ways. They'll ask you to do a free lesson. They'll ask you to stay afterwards and clean up a little bit. There's all these unpaid things. I remember what it's like working in, retail. There's all this unpaid labor you're expected to do, and gosh, at some point, you've got to just take control. You got to take control of your funnel, of your leads. Otherwise, you're always going to be at the mercy. Like, I kind of had a similar transition. I started on Skillshare, which was an online learning platform, And at first it was great. Oh, I just upload these videos and there's a course and they do all the marketing for me, right? But then they changed their model one day and I started making like 90%, 95% less from one day to the next.
Wow.
And then I
Okay.
was like, oh, it's just because they're bad. Let me go over to this other platform. So I went to Udemy. Similar thing happened. And then I started to understand, oh, it's not that this or that group or company is evil. It's that if you own a platform, you have all the power. And so that was when I moved to Teachable, and Teachable is very different. And I recommend it for any of you thinking of creating a course. They don't take, they're not, so first of all, they're not doing any marketing for you. So it's all on your plate. But the silver lining is they also don't take a commission. You pay them a fixed, very affordable fee every year. They give you all the tools, all the infrastructure, and any sale that you make, you keep all of it minus, credit card processing fees. But it's probably 98%, 99% that you keep.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a sexy prospect in the beginning to go, oh, well, I don't have to pay anything up front, but you're going to
That's how
absolutely
they
pay on
get
the
you.
back end.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.